everybody. Welcome to Classic Puppet Theater, as the old Shakespeareans would say. We are here today on I Love Puppets today, talking about a certain book. And we're going to be doing a little read through for you. But I am not alone. I also have some guest performer here with me today, and to show you just exactly who we're dealing with, Zach.
Ta-da!
Ah!
It's
Zach.
me.
Hello, Zach. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Look, I must have done this just like using my psychic powers. I am so ready for this.
We are today, in case you are wondering, we are going to be reading Star Wars Issue 1, the classic adaptation of A New Hope before it spun off into its own thing, I believe.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and dig right into this. We are so excited. We have some idea of the parts we'll be playing. I will be acting as the narrator. And as it says, I suppose you will be a Skywalker, huh?
I will be at least one Skywalker.
At least one
At
Skywalker.
least one. Okay. Next time we do this, it may say Chewbacca, or something like that. I don't know.
We might hop around on parts if we do more. We'll have to wait and see. But we are going to go ahead and pre-form. Let's go ahead and get it up on the screen so that way people can see along. And here we go.
Fabulous first issue.
Enter Luke Skywalker. Will he save the galaxy or destroy it? Marvel's epic official adaptation of a film by George Lucas. Oh, this is going to be good. It's going to be good. Okay.
Look at that green Darth Vader. And
yeah, that's the only part.
That's the beautiful, that classic coloring job.
It does look classic. And do you notice they're carrying red lightsabers?
Yeah, as I say, they all chose the dark side.
Yeah, I believe what happens was, and I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to be getting to it in this issue. But at the point they were adapting this, the deal that they made with George Lucas, originally all lightsabers were going to be red. So that's why they have it like that.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, we can get a good full look right here. And before we move on to the next page, I suppose I will be taking the role of the narrator.
Take it away, Emperor Palpatine.
Yes, though I don't know if we'll ever get to him. Stan Lee presents Roy Thomas, scripter/editor. Howard Chaykin is the illustrator. Jim Novak, the letterer. Adapting the greatest space fantasy of all, Star Wars. Na. It is a period of a civil war in the galaxy. A brave alliance of underground freedom fighters has challenged the tyranny and oppression of the awesome galactic empire. To crush the rebellion once and for all, the Empire is constructing a sinister new battle station, powerful enough to destroy an entire planet. Its completion will spell certain doom for the champions of freedom. Striking from a fortress hidden among the billion stars of the galaxy, rebel spaceships have won their first victory in a battle with the powerful Imperial Star Fleet. The Empire fears that another defeat could bring 1,000 more solar systems into the rebellion, and Imperial control over the galaxy would be lost forever. But that is the near future. At this moment, above the yellow planet Tatooine, a gigantic Imperial starship pursues a rebel spacecraft. Its deadly laser bolts disintegrate the smaller ship's main solar fin with a soul-searing shudder. Marie Severin is the colorist. Moments later, grappling rays have joined the two vessels, and suddenly the Imperial troops come pouring through a wide gaping hole. Go ahead and take C3.
This is madness, R2.
Amid this chaos, it is strange, perhaps, to focus not upon the humans on both sides who live and violently die, but upon a pair of robots designated C3PO and R2-D2, more familiarly C3PO and R2-D2. That's right. They're not going to put their numbers, I guess.
I guess not. Yes, R2. I suppose you're right. We could flee this way, down the corridor. It looks as if there's no escape for the captain this time. Oh, I think something is melting. This is all your fault. I should have known better than to trust the logic of a half-sized thermocapacitory dehousing assister. Hey, wait up! Where are you going?
Below on the death white wasteland, which is the planet Tatooine, not very nice. A bright sparkle in the morning sky catches a watchful eye. Luke Skywalker lowers his macro binoculars, standing transfixed for a moment. Then he leaps nimbly into the nearby, recently repaired landspeeder and aims the craft towards the distant town of Anchorhead. While on the wounded starship,
Lord Vader! The ship's... Oh, wait, that's the stormtrooper. Lord Vader, the ship's...
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, no, you're good. Lord Vader, the ship's information retrieval system has been wiped clean.
1 second, I have to lower my voice for this. Oh.
Then this rebel will tell us what we need to know. Where is the data you intercepted?
We're on a diplomatic mission.
Liar! Where are those information tapes? This ship carries the crest of Alderaan. Is any of the royal family on board?
Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, tightens his fingers on the rebel officer's throat. But still he receives no answer. Unless it be the awful, unquestionable finality of a single gruesome snapping sound.
The fool is dead. Start tearing this ship apart, piece by piece, until you have those tapes. And find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
Yes, Lord Vader.
The Imperial troops fall all over each other in their haste to leave, as much to escape their master's presence as to carry out his orders.
Once again proving they are inferior to clone troopers.
Oh yeah. While not far distant.
R2, so this is where you vanished to.
The unknown girl who kneels by the smaller robot is probably beautiful by human standards, but 3PO, being a robot himself, takes scant notice of her. And the next moment, she is gone, as if she were part of the thickening haze.
Well, R2, what are we going to do? We'll be sent to the spice mines of Kessel, or even... Wait! Where are you going? Mission? What mission? What are you talking about? Hey, you're not permitted to go near those emergency life pods.
Twang.
Don't call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight glob of grease.
Next, as a new and closer explosion sends dust and debris and flames through the sub-hallway, 3PO finds that even a robot can change his mind. Then, as the safety door snaps shut behind him.
I'm going to regret this.
There's a sudden thunder of exploding latches, and the tiny life pod ejects from the disabled starfighter. As back on board, there's one of them. Set weapons for stun.
I've set mine to kill.
Then the young girl starts to flee once more, but unfortunately, not at the light speed of a paralysis ray.
Oh!
She'll be all right. Report to Lord Vader. While on Tatooine City, Anchorhead. I told you kids to slow down!
Hey, Cammy, did you hear a young noise blast through here?
It was just Wormy on another rampage, Fixer.
Shape!
Do you want to take Biggs, or do you want me to be Luke?
I got Biggs.
Okay. Shape it up, you two. Biggs! When did you get back?
Just now. I thought you'd be here. Certainly didn't expect you to be out working. Ha ha ha.
Hey, what happened? Didn't you get your commission?
Why, of course I got it. Signed aboard the Rand Ecliptic last week. First Mate Biggs Darklighter, at your service. I just came back to say goodbye to all of you unfortunate landlocked simpletons.
Wait, I almost forgot. There's a battle going on, right here in our system. Come and look. I think this is that guy.
So. Not again. Forget it, Biggs. He's always...
No, I really mean it. Come on. Come out. On. See there? Can you see?
That's no battle, hotshot. They're just sitting there. Probably a freighter tanker refueling.
But there was a lot of firing earlier.
I keep telling you, Wormy, the rebellion's a long way from here. I doubt if the Empire would even fight to keep this system. Believe me, Luke, this planet is a big hunk of nothing.
While out in space.
Lord Vader! I should have known! Only you could be so bold. Well, the Imperial Senate will not sit still for this. When they hear you've attacked a diplomatic...
Don't play games with me, Your Highness. This ship passed directly through a restricted system. Several transmissions were beamed to this ship by spies, who are now, unfortunately, dead. I want to know what happened to those data tapes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to...
You're part of the Rebel Alliance. And a traitor. Take her away.
She should be destroyed, Lord Vader.
My duty is to find the rebels' hidden fortress commander. She is my only link to discovering its location, and I intend to use it. Meanwhile, send a distress signal. Call it a meteorite store. Vaporize the ship and don't leave anything. Then inform her father and the Senate that all aboard were killed. I've been informed that a repair pod was somehow jettisoned during the flight. The data tapes must be hidden in it, so send a detachment down to retrieve them without attracting attention.
Below, in the place called Jundland, or No Man's Land, where rugged desert mesas meet at foreboding Dune Sea. The life pod Darth Vader seeks lies half buried in the sand.
What a forsaken place this is. We seem to be made to suffer.
Boop, boop, boop.
I've got to rest before I fall apart. My joints are almost froze. Where do you think you're going? Oh, you are you? Well, I'm not going that way. Go on if you want to. And don't let me catch you following me and begging for help, because you won't get it. You hear me, R2? Utini! R2?
Things haven't been the same since you left Tatooine, Biggs. It's been so quiet.
Luke, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but you're the only one I can trust, and if I don't come back, I want somebody to know.
What are you talking about?
I made some friends at the Academy, Luke. When our frigate goes to one of the central systems, we're going to jump ship and join the Alliance.
Join the rebellion? Are you kidding? How?
Quiet down, will you? My friend has a friend on Bastine who might help us make contact.
You're crazy. You could wander around forever trying to find him.
I know it's a long shot, but I'm not going to wait for the Empire to draft me into service. This rebellion is spreading, and I want to be on the side I believe in.
And I'm stuck here on Tatooine.
I thought you were going to the Academy next turn. Get off this rock.
Not likely. My uncle needs me here, and for just one more season, I can't leave him now.
What good is all your uncle's work if he ends up merely a tenant soon, slaving away for the greater glory of the Empire? Well, I've got to go. I'm leaving in the morning.
Then I guess I won't see you.
Maybe someday. I'll keep a lookout.
Take care of yourself, Biggs. You'll always be the best friend I've got. That's sad.
That's actually kind of saddening.
Meanwhile, in a soulless Imperial conference room somewhere in the galaxy,
I tell you, Darth Vader has gone too far. This Sith Lord sent by the Emperor will be our undoing. The Rebel Alliance is more dangerous than you realize.
dangerous to your Starfleet, Commander Taki, not to this battle station.
You're a fool, Admiral Mati. The rebellion will continue to gain support in the Imperial Senate as long as...
Okay.
You want Tarkin?
Do you want Tarkin?
I'll take Tarkin.
Go ahead.
The Imperial Senate is no longer of any concern to us, gentlemen.
It's Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader.
I've just received word that the Emperor has dissolved the Council permanently. The last remnants of the old Republic have been swept away. The regional governors now have direct control over their territories.
Impossible. How will the Emperor maintain control without the bureaucracy?
Fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station, which nears completion.
And what of the rebellion, Governor Tarkin? If the rebels have obtained a complete technical readout of this battle station, it is possible, however unlikely, that they might just find a weakness and exploit it.
The technical data you refer to will soon be back in our hands.
Any attack made against this station by the rebels would be a useless gesture, no matter what technical data they've obtained. This battle station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Don't become too proud of this technological terror you've created, Admiral Marty. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the cosmic force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's rays, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion hasn't helped you conjure up those stolen data tapes, or enabled you to find the rebels' hidden fortress. Why, I have to laugh at... Can't breathe.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Enough of this. Vader, release him. This bickering is pointless. Lord Vader will find the location of the rebel fortress by the time this station is operational. Then we will crush the rebellion with one swift strike.
And back on Tatooine, aboard the lumbering sandcrawler of the desert-dwelling Jawas.
OTD! Will this never end? Wake up, R2! Wake up! We're doomed! We've stopped! We're doomed! Do you think the Jawas will melt us down? You're a great comfort.
Suddenly, through an opening hatch, blinding white light fills the chamber.
They want us to go outside. I was right. We are doomed.
I guess your uncle,
No, this might be Aunt Beru's voice. Luke, tell your Uncle Owen that if he gets a translator, to be sure it speaks Bachi. That's Luke in the second
Oh,
one.
yeah. It looks like we don't have much of a choice, Aunt Beru, but I'll remind him.
Yes, this R2D2 model will do fine. That other one over there looks ready for the junk heap. Save your sales pitch. You, robot, do you know etiquette and protocol? Do I know protocol? Why, it's my primary function. I'm well versed in the customs, and I don't need a protocol droid. I need a droid that knows something about the binary language of moisture vaporators. Vaporators? Sir, my first job was programming binary load lifters, very similar to... Do you speak Bachi? It's like a second language for me, sir, as I'm fluent in... Shut up. I'll take this one. Shutting up, sir. Luke, take them to the garage and clean them up.
But I was going into Tashi Station to...
After you've finished your chores. Spring.
Uncle Owen, this R2 unit has a bad motivator. Look.
If I might say so, sir, this R2 unit is in top condition. A real bargain. Then we'll take it as a replacement. I'll take care of the Jawas, Luke. Run along.
Bleep.
And don't you forget this, R2.
Beep, beep, beep.
Why I stick my neck out for you is beyond my capacity.
It just isn't fair. Biggs is right. I'll never get out of here.
Is there anything I might do to help, sir?
Yes, you can call me Luke. There's a lot of carbon scoring here. You've both seen a lot of action. Well, my little friend, you've got something jammed in here real good. Let's see what...
Obi-Wan Kenobi, help me. You're my only hope. Snap.
What's this? A 3-dimensional hologram, and she's beautiful.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, help me. You're my only hope.
Bleep.
R2 says it's nothing, sir. Merely a malfunction. Pay it no mind.
But who is this girl?
I think she was a passenger on our last voyage, sir. But I don't... Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Is there any more to this hologram?
R2 says he's the property of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's a private message for him. Quite frankly, sir, I don't know what he's talking about. Our last master was Captain Antilles.
I don't know any Obi-Wan, but there's an old Ben Kenobi who lives out beyond the Dune Sea. Sort of a hermit. I wonder. I wonder if I remove this restraining bolt. Now the hologram's disappeared, girl and all.
I'm sorry, sir, but he appears to have picked up a slight flutter.
Play back the entire message, R2.
Perhaps later.
Make her come back.
Bleep, bleep.
And afterward, at dinner, Uncle Owen, I think that R2 unit may be stolen goods.
What makes you think that, Luke?
I stumbled upon a recording while I was cleaning him. The droid claims to be the property of someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought he could be, he might mean old Ben. The name is similar. Do you know what?
It's a name from another time. That can only mean trouble. You stay away from that old wizard, do you hear me? He's dangerous. Tomorrow you'll have that R2 unit's memory flushed, and that'll be the end of it. I don't care where that droid came from. It belongs to us now. He looks really angry in that picture.
He does. But if this Obi-Wan comes looking for the droid...
He won't. He died at the same time as your father. Forget about it.
Did he know my father?
I said forget it.
All right, but if these new droids work out, I'd like to transmit my application to the Academy this year.
You mean next term? Before the harvest?
You've got more than enough droids to...
Droids can't replace you, Luke. It's just for one more season. For the first time, we've got a fortune coming into our hands. Maybe after next season.
But that means another year.
The time will pass before you know it.
Just want to make sure. That's what you said last year, when Biggs and Tank left.
Where are you going?
Looks like I'm going nowhere. I have to finish cleaning those droids.
Owen, we can't keep him here forever. Most of his friends are gone. I'll make it up to him next year. I promise. Luke's just not a farmer, Owen. He's got too much of his father in him. That's what I'm afraid of.
3PO, R2, where are you going?
Yipe!
This control box will pop you out into the open. What are you hiding for? And where's R2?
It wasn't my fault, sir. Please don't deactivate me. I told him not to go, but he's faulty, malfunctioning, kept babbling on about his mission.
Oh no! Moments later, outside. No sign of him, even with these electro binoculars. Uncle Owen's going to kill me for this.
Begging your pardon, sir, but can't we go after him?
Not at night, it's too dangerous with all the sand people around. But come morning, Will.
Luke, are you finished with those droids?
Be there in a minute, Uncle Owen. That little R2 droid is going to get me in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he excels at that, sir. These astro droids are... Oh, I'm sorry.
These panels, they're too long.
They're very vertical, yeah.
Boy, am I in for it when he finds out. And then I say, it gets me in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he excels at that, sir. These astro droids are getting too much for me. Even I can't understand their logic at times.
Hours later, as dawn slowly creeps over the sparse but sparkling oasis, which is Owen Lars' homestead.
Burrow, have you seen Luke this morning? He got to work early. Took the new droids with him, I guess. Well, he'd better have those condensing units on the South Ridge by midday, or there'll be hell to pay.
Meanwhile, some distance away, 4 Imperial stormtroopers mill about a familiar form, a half-buried life pod.
This is the one, but there's no data tapes here, sir.
If only we knew who was in that pod when it... Hold it! This small piece of metal I found in the sand. Droids!
Dun dun dun.
Old Ben Kenobi lives out in this direction somewhere, 3PO, but I don't see how R2 could have... as the tiny light speeder glides across...
Wait,
no, I'm thinking...
There you go.
Yeah. This is odd.
You gotta scroll all the way down and then go up and then down, yeah.
But there's something dead ahead on the scanner. Looks like our droid. Hit it, 3PO. The tiny sand speeder glides across the desert floor. Its occupants are unaware of a deadly laser rifle being at them. And of another's hand which grasps the gun before it can be fired. Moments later, following a heated argument in their barbaric tongue, the two Sand People, or Tusken Raiders, as they're sometimes called, are scurrying over the rocky terrain toward their two enormous banthas
Tethered.
nearby. Mounting the elephantine creatures.
Elephantine? Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah, they ride off down the rugged bluff in ominous silence.
And in single file.
Yes. Oops, went too far. Meanwhile, on the floor of the massive canyon, and just where did you think you were going? 3PO?
He's talking about that Obi-Wan Kenobi gibberish, sir. Even though you're his rightful master now. R2, you're fortunate he doesn't blast you into a million pieces right here.
Well, come on, it's getting late. I only hope that we can get back before... Now what?
Oh my, sir. R2 says there are several creatures approaching rapidly from the southeast.
Sand People. Or worse. I don't know how it can get much worse than sand. I've never been out this far before. The wild things out here are said to be weird and savage. Hurry! From this ridge, we can scan the whole canyon. I just hope that our 2 unit isn't on the blink.
As you know, sir, such a thing is not beyond the realm of possibility. Come on, R2.
No such luck. There are 2 banthas down there, and yep, they're Sand People, all right. I see one of them. There must be 2 of them. Where's the other?
Sir, look out!
Yow! Suddenly, a gruesome Tusken Raider looms above the startled lad. And only his laser rifle, now smashed to bits, prevents Luke Skywalker's skull from being the same. The
Gaddafi? Gaddafi.
Of the Sand People is, yes, that's the name of the weapon, is a formidable weapon. In seconds, Luke is forced backwards till he staggers at the edge of the deep crevice.
Warp!
3PO has already toppled into it.
Ma!
And now the sinister Raider towers above the terrified boy, laughing his horrible, inhuman laugh. His dreaded axe blade poised to kill. Next issue, on to Alderaan. Now that was fun.
That was a blast.
Now the only question is, should we call it there or should we go to Alderaan?
I think, well, it's up to you. You're the Emperor.
I'm the Emperor. Well, I can handle another one.
Let's do it then.
Alrighty. That was good though. I haven't read that full thing before, and that was definitely worth the read. And it's definitely more fun reading it with people than.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It actually, I mean, yeah, that scene with Biggs, it adds some more context. So, like when you're watching the movie, it makes his character you know, there's a little bit more you get out of it. You're like, oh, they really are best friends, and Luke's like really, really, really sad when Biggs leaves. So
yeah, he doesn't have that in the movie. They cut that part out.
No,
and it leads with the mission. It's not about, oh, I want to get out of here, really.
Right.
But you know, it is really good. It was. The art was nice. The paneling was a little odd, but that's because we're reading it this way.
Yeah. I'm sure if you're reading it in a book, it makes a lot more sense. But yeah, as we're going like panel to panel, because a lot of them at the bottom half of the page, it's all vertical panels. So it's like you go up, and then you have to scroll down, and then you have to go back up, and then go down. So,
Yep.
Is what
And
it is.
now I'm excited to see just how they do part 2. Da 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 da. Star Wars.
He looks like He-Man in that corner.
He does. He looks so buff.
I have
Is that
the
a-
long golden hair. I have the power.
Luke Skywalker strikes back. Swing that lightsaber, Ben, or we're finished.
That's a pretty cool cover, actually. I call those aliens.
Stan Lee presents Star Wars. See how it's drawn this time?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different. They have the
Yeah.
pooping and they have the stars in there. The greatest space fantasy of all. And it's pretty much the same people as last time. So 6 against the galaxy. Luke Skywalker, youthful farmer on the yellow planet Tatooine, has been overcome by the sinister sand people. At the last moment, not even bothering to kill him, the desert-dwelling raiders turn their attention to Luke's land speeder when suddenly, then at the great howling moan, as the great howling moan echoes eerily through the canyon, the sand people abruptly halt their ransacking.
Supposedly that noise is supposed to be a crate dragon.
To flee in obvious terror, as if before some horrible monster. But to the little android R2D2, the approaching figure is hardly monstrous. But only a man, his ancient leathery face cracked and weathered by exotic climates.
Don't worry, little droid. He'll be all right.
What happened? Ben Kenobi, am I glad to see you?
What brings you out this far, Luke?
That droid over there, he claims to be property of someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long while. Most curious.
I think my uncle knew him. He says he's dead.
Oh, he's not dead. Not yet. He's me. But I haven't gone by the name Obi-Wan since before you were born.
Then this little droid does belong to you, as it claims?
Can't remember ever owning a droid. There was one my Padawan used a lot that looked like this, though.
And he had a droid, it just got destroyed.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Most interesting. But we'd best get inside before the sand people return in greater numbers.
Alright, but 3PO, where's my uncle's other droid?
Beep.
Aided by the electronic whistles and beeps of little R2, young Luke swiftly finds a very dented and tangled C-3PO lying half buried in the sand, one arm broken.
Where am I? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I must have taken a bad step.
You might not recognize me because of my lack of arm. Little sequel joke there.
Yeah. Quickly, son. They're on the move.
Soon, in Ben Kenobi's small but homing hovel.
Now, little friends, let's see if we can't find out what you are and where you came from.
I saw part of a holographic message that he...
I seem to have found it. General Obi-Wan Kenobi, I present myself in the name of my father, Bail Antilles, Viceroy of Alderaan.
Oops, my bad.
No, you're good. Years ago, Commander, you served in the Old Republic in the Clone Wars. Now my father begs you to aid us again in our most desperate hour. My mission to you has failed, and I shall be captured. Information vital to the survival of the Rebel Alliance has been placed in this droid. Please see this R2 unit delivered safely to Alderaan. You are our last hope.
Whoever she is, she's terrific. She called you Commander? You fought in the Clone Wars?
Oh, yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, just like your father.
Jedi Knight? My father was just a navigator on a space freighter.
So your uncle told you. Your Uncle Owen didn't agree with your father's ideals. Thought he should have stayed here on Tatooine and not gotten involved. He was always afraid your father's adventures might influence you.
I wish I'd known my father.
That reminds me. I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough.
What is it?
Touch the brightly colored button up there by the pommel, and you'll see.
At the press of a button, a meter-long beam of brilliant, intense light appears.
Your father's lightsaber, the formal weapon of a Jedi Knight. The Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic, and
How did my father die, Ben?
he was betrayed and murdered by a young Jedi named Darth Vader, a boy I was training, one of my brightest disciples, my greatest failure. Darth Vader used the power of the Force for evil to help the Empire hunt down and destroy the last of the Jedi Knights. Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, and it consumed him.
The Force?
The Force is an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds, binds the galaxy together. Knowledge of the Force is what gave a Jedi Knight his power. You must learn the ways of the Force, Luke, if you're to come with me to Alderaan.
Huh? Alderaan? I'm not going to Alderaan. I've got to get back home.
I need your help, Luke. I'm afraid I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
Sorry, but I can't get involved. I mean, I hate the Empire and all, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's all such a long way from here.
That's your uncle talking. Remember, the Force is with all men, binding them together. The suffering of one is the suffering of all.
I can take you as far as Anchorhead. You can get transport from there to wherever you're going.
You must do what you feel, Luke.
Right now, I don't feel too good. Meanwhile, aboard the Empire battle station known as the Death Star.
Darth Vader!
Now, Your Highness, we will discuss the location of the hidden rebel base.
As the cell door slides electronically shut, the fearful screams of Princess Leia are scarcely heard in the corridor door. Corridor outside.
That's a different looking interrogation droid.
Yeah, there's no. I don't. Where's the ball? Where's the ball?
A ball!
While on Tatooine, look, Ben.
That's wait.
Where that's what's left of the Jawa sandcrawler that stopped by my Uncle Owen's place yesterday. All the Jawas dead. Looks like the Sand People did it. All right. There's bantha tracks and parts of those gaffy sticks.
They didn't, Luke.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
my bad. But we never heard of them hitting something this big.
They didn't, Luke. But we are meant to think so. Look at these blast points. Only Imperial stormtroopers are this precise.
Oh.
That's fun. Only Republic clone troopers are this precise.
That's right. Like it.
That's the right one.
These are the same Jawas who sold us R2 and 3PO. The troopers must have been looking for R2 because of the princess message. If they tracked the robots to the Jawas, they may have learned who they sold them to. That will lead back to home.
Wait, Luke. It's too dangerous.
But the next moment, Ben Kenobi is left alone with two silent droids. And before long, Luke is running wildly towards the smoking holes that were once his home. Aunt Beru! Uncle Ben! Then suddenly sees two smoldering piles which had once been human beings.
His uncle's
No!
name is Owen.
Oh, right.
He thinks he's Peter Parker.
We'll let Stanley write this.
This'll be great. They'll be wondering if Luke and Peter Parker are connected.
They're the same, don't you see?
Excelsior!
Uncle Owen, yeah, that's right. No! No! Meanwhile, Grand Moff Tarkin, regional governor of this portion of space, has joined Darth Vader and others before a screen which illuminates the many-starred face of the galaxy.
All systems are operational. What? Wait. Oh, okay, that's Tarkin. All systems are operational at last. What course shall we set, Lord Vader?
Our Senator Princess resistance to the mind probe is considerable, Admiral Marty. Thus, it will be of some time before we can extract any useful information from her.
Perhaps Princess Leia would respond to an alternative form of persuasion.
What do you mean, Governor?
I think it is time we demonstrated the full power of this battle station. Set your course for Alderaan.
The bonfire of dead Jawas is still burning brightly when Luke returns to Ben and the robots.
I share your sorrow, Luke. Still, the Force is with you. If you had been there, you would now be dead, and the droids in the hands of the Empire.
Ben, I want to go with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now. I want to learn the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi like my father.
Do, 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 do.
I was thinking the same thing. Later, the speedster bumps to a halt in Maz Eisley spaceport.
A wretched hive of scum and villainy. Well, he actually said, okay. Well, here it is, lad. You won't find a more wretched hive of villainy.
Uh-oh, here comes some Imperial troopers.
You! How long have you had these droids?
Do you come from the south?
Show us your identification.
Yes, all right, Abruptly, Ben Kenobi interrupts in a strangely controlled voice.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
Go about your business.
I can't understand how we got by those troopers. I thought we were dead.
The Force is a strong influence on the mind, a powerful ally, though you will discover it can also be a danger.
Do you think we can find a pilot who will take us to Alderaan in this cantina?
Most of the good freighter pilots frequent here, but watch your step. This place can be a little rough.
Within moments, young Luke finds out what he meant.
Nicola de Wagwudaga!
Huh?
He doesn't like you.
I'm sorry.
I don't like you either. Katula Vushtan Shadrak!
I'm afraid I still don't.
Don't insult us. We have the death sentence in 12 systems. Mandish Makora! Gentlemen, this little one isn't worth the effort. Come, let me buy you a... Egola de Wawudaga!
Then, as the bad temper alien draws a pistol, and while the bartender is still yelling, "No blasters!" Ben's own lightsaber suddenly comes to life. And a wide-eyed Luke Skywalker is abruptly reminded that old Ben Kenobi was once Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Jedi Knight. Only when the two aggressors lie in sections on the floor does the old man's body appear to relax, or the suggestion of a sigh escape him. In a mixed state of shock and admiration, Luke Skywalker stands speechless. Then, with a shuffling and many-tongued muttering, the cantina returns to its former state, save that Ben Kenobi is given a respectful amount of space at the bar.
That's how you social distance.
The whole affair has lasted only a few seconds. And as if nothing has happened, Ben speaks.
Luke, this is Chewbacca. He's a Wookiee.
Luke has heard about Wookiees. He's never expected to see one, let alone meet one. Despite a comical quasi monkey face and the 7-foot anthropod is anything but gentle looking. Nor does its deep-throated, unintelligible response ease Luke's mind much. That's what it says it sounds like.
Yeah.
Don't believe him. Neither do Ben Kenobi's next words.
He's first mate on a ship that might suit our needs.
That's wonderful. While outside in the street... What? Oh, that's you.
What could be taking them so long? Look, here comes a patron out of the cantina.
Oop.
Now he's approaching those two Imperial troopers. Oh, I don't like the looks of this, R2.
Inside, the giant Wookiee escorts Ben and Luke to a secluded corner.
You're pretty handy with that saber, old man. I'm Han Solo, captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system. If it's a fast ship. Fast ship? You mean you've never heard of the Millennium Falcon? Should I? It's the ship that made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. I've outrun Imperial starships, not the local bulk cruisers, mind you. These are the big Corellian ships I'm talking about. She's fast enough for you, old man. What's the cargo? Just myself, the boy, 2 droids, and no questions. No questions? Local trouble? Let's just say we'd like to avoid any Imperial entanglements. Well, these days, that can be a real trick. 10,000 in advance.
10,000? We could almost buy our own ship for that.
But could you fly it, kid?
You bet I could. I'm not such a bad pilot myself. I don't...
Easy, Luke. We haven't that much with us, but we can pay you 2,000 now, plus another 20 or another 15 when we reach Alderaan. That's 1,700 or 17,000. All right. Docking pay 94. We can take off as soon as you're ready. Looks like someone's taking a look at your handicraft, old man. The stormtroopers are swole.
Yeah. Moving to the bar, the Imperial troopers ask the nervous bartender a few brief questions. The bartender hesitates, but a man in his position can't afford trouble with the Empire. He points out a booth near the back of the room. But no one is sitting there but a space pilot, obviously one who does not possess a lightsaber, and a huge, stoic Wookiee. The bartender shrugs his shoulders.
I'm afraid you'll have to sell your speedo, Luke.
It's all right. I don't think I'll ever come back to this planet anyway.
Oh, if you only knew.
Meanwhile, the Imperial troopers have wandered on, but as Han Solo starts to slide from his booth,
Going somewhere solo?
Matter of fact, I was just going to see your boss. Tell Jabba I have his money.
That's what you said yesterday. Now it's too late.
But I've really got the money this time.
Then hand it over.
I haven't got it on me. You tell Jabba
Jabba would rather have your ship, I think.
over my dead body.
That's the idea, Solo. Now, will you come outside with me, or must I finish it my...
Han
shot
shot
first.
first.
Han shot first.
Han shot first. In fact, Greedo didn't shoot at all.
Nope. He just looks like, ooh. Sorry for the mess.
It as in a sleazy used speeder lot. He says that the price is that price is the best he can do, since the XB-38 just came out. This kind just isn't in demand.
It will be sufficient. I have enough to cover the rest. Come, lad.
Ben and Luke do not see the darkly clad creature which moves out of the shadows as they pass, and watches them intently as they disappear down still another hallway. At that moment at Docking Bay 94, "Come on out, Solo."
I've been waiting for you, Jabba. Imposter!
Ah, yes, because originally Jabba was actually he wasn't even an alien. He was a human. So I'm going to I don't know. I believe he was even Scottish, which was a funny thing.
Go for it.
On my boy. There. No, that's Irish. That's a bad Irish. You know what? I'm just going to do it in the old Jabba way. Me ga boy ga ba da bo bo ba da ba.
Okay. Jabba, the next time you've got something to say to me, don't send one of your blaster happy twerps. Come see me yourself.
Ba ba be da ba ba my name is Ba.
That's all I got. That was the last panel.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I
That's
didn't
okay.
realize.
That's okay. You're good.
On.
Okay, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it on.
If you hadn't dumped that shipment of spice.
You know, even I get boarded sometimes, Jabba. I had no choice.
Where would I be if every pilot who smuggles for me dumped his shipment at the first sign of an Imperial starship? It's not good business.
Yeah. But I've got a charter now, and I can pay you back plus a little extra. I just need some more time.
I should have been reading this like Hondo. That would have been a good one.
That would have been great.
Put your blasters away, Ben. On, my boy. I'm only doing this because you're the best, and I need you. But if you disappoint me again, I'll put the price on your head so large that you won't be able to go near a civilized system again for the rest of your life.
I'll pay you, Jabba, but not because you threatened me. I'll pay you because it's my pleasure.
Sure. While on the ominous Death Star.
Dun, 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 dun! We've started to search the Mos Eisley spaceport, Lord Vader. It's just a matter of time before we find the droids.
Send in more men if you have to. It's her hope of that data being used against us that enables Princess Leia to resist the mind probe. When she knows it has been destroyed once and for all, she will break.
At that very moment, back on Tatooine, young Luke Skywalker is voicing his first opinion of the Millennium Falcon. What a piece of junk! This ship couldn't possibly go above sublight speeds.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. I made a lot of special modifications myself. She'll make 0.5 beyond light speed and... Uh-oh. We're a little rushed. So, if you don't mind hurrying aboard, we'll be off. Chewie, get us out of here! Deflector shield, quick!
That was my best Chewbacca impression.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Almost the next moment, the motley
Denizens.
Of Mos Eisley look up and murmur among themselves in a multitude of inhuman languages. It would appear the Millennium Falcon is off for another run. Yet, almost as quickly as they can be noticed in Solo's radar scope, a trio of Imperial Star Destroyers appear as if from nowhere.
Our passengers must be hotter than I thought, Chewie.
Giant starships, which, though still far in the distance, are fully 100 times the size of the fleeing Falcon, with a firepower which dwarfs the smaller ships nearly to the point of the infinitesimal.
Stay sharp. 2 of them are trying to cut us off.
Can't you outrun them? I thought you said this thing was fast.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you're going to find yourself floating home. We'll be safe enough once we made the jump into hyperspace. Plus, I know a few maneuvers. That should lose them.
Just then, the entire spacecraft shudders as a blinding explosion flashes just outside the viewports.
Here's where it starts getting interesting.
And even a near miss almost overcomes the phototropic shielding.
Well, how long before you can make the jump to light speed? It'll take a few minutes for the Navicomputer to calculate the coordinates.
A few minutes? It's right there gaining.
Traveling through hyperspace isn't like dusting crops, boy. Without the proper calculations, we could pass through a star or bounce too near a supernova. And that would end our little trip real quick.
Let me just make sure. Okay. What's that?
We're losing a deflector shield. Strap yourselves in. We're ready to make the jump to light speed.
At that instant, the ship rocks violently as 3PO holds onto his seat for dear robotic life. And R2 sways to and fro under the thundering impact of incoming laser blasts.
Oh, was this trip really necessary? I forgot how much I hate space travel.
Next issue, out of hyperspace and into the Death Star. Da 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 da
Da, 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 da.
And that is the end. That is it. That is all. And you know what? That was really good.
That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. I forgot how much I love that story of that first movie. That is a great story. So
Absolutely. And you know, I'm really excited to see well, not where it goes. We know where it goes, but if we can continue, figure out more time to do these, we absolutely have to.
sure.
Gotta finish the movie at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we hope you all enjoyed. If you are new here, make sure you're subscribed. We're going to be doing more stories. We have all kinds of tales that we like reading now. We're doing more comic book readings as the days go, and hopefully more to come. Make sure to also comment. Did you like the story? Did you like our performance? Do we get a round of applause?
Are you not entertained?
I was entertained. I think you were too.
I was very entertained.
And we hope that you'll join us next time. Make sure to like, and let's just keep these videos popular. We gotta get them up there because more people need to see these stories and need it to be a part of their lives. So until then, we want to thank you so much for showing up, and hopefully you enjoyed. A bow. And we will see you next time. Until then, may the Force be with you, and bye!
Bye, guys.